Everyone, welcome to today's VCT Pacific Scrum. We're here with Global Esports with Elevated and Poppy. We'll start by hearing thoughts on today's game from the player and the coach. Poppy, if we can start with you.
Oh, what was the question again? I didn't Your thoughts on the game. I was still on this. Um, the game against DRX, we can win it, but we made some few mistakes that DRX capitalizes on. So if we lessen the mistakes, I think we would have won. And yeah, I think it's just the details that made us lose the game.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously sucks to end the season on a loss again. Especially just like I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, I feel like we should be 4-1 in the first seed in this group based on like how we started playing. Um, and even this game, I think we should have 2-0'd them. We gave ourselves a lot of like good momentum on Lotus, and then we kind of started to like throw it away a little bit. On their defense, or sorry, on our defense, we definitely were a bit slow to adapt to what they were doing on Lotus. So possibly I should have called a timeout earlier to make an adjustment. But it's just kind of like the same thing that's been manifesting like week after week, which is that we are a little bit too afraid to make plays a lot of the time. We have a lot of opportunities to like trade a teammate, but we decide to fall back, or we have the opportunity to like hold more aggressively for space, but we fall back, or we are like too afraid to use ultimates. On Icebox, there was like a bunch of rounds that we could have just won if we just used our ults instantly. And you know, we go over these things like over and over and over and over in practice, and it's just on stage. Sometimes we just play with a lot more doubt in ourselves and hesitancy in like the calls, and a lot of stuff gets kind of like lost in the mix. I mean, Poppy made some nice calls on Icebox that nobody heard, and so you know, it's just kind of unfortunate. That's like the stage experience maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that like the results that we had this year were like very not indicative of the potential that we had, but obviously this game is a game of mistakes, and we just make too many to be a good team.
Thank you. We will now open the floor to on-site live questions. If you have any questions, please raise your hand and we'll bring you a microphone.
Hello, guys. So Lara, commiserations on the loss. Good to see you here, though. My first question will be to Puppy, since like this game didn't decide a lot in terms like your standings. I was curious, like, how did you approach this game, and you personally, what did you want to prove with today's match?
We approached this game, like this incoming game with DRX, like we just do as normal as usual. Like we still scrim and practice, and we still, even though it's our last game and there's like no chance to qualify for playoffs, like we did give our best to like show up this game.
Okay, that's very admirable. My second question will be to Elevated. I'd love to ask you to look back at the season, how it went, and like maybe give like your opinion, what went well, and what was like the main challenge for global esports to show better results this season.
You want like a 40-minute answer?
Preferably not.
Okay. Well, to be perfectly honest, in my perspective, the season was a disaster. Um, and it's not entirely our fault. Obviously, we had a lot of chaos, starting from kickoff in stage one and everything, which didn't start us off on the right foot. You know, I'm proud of the maps that we played like really well, where, you know, in every stage, right? Kickoff, stage one, stage two, we had like a few maps where we just looked dominant. And so it's like that's in our players. and we know that it's in our players, and that's when everything is clicking. But we were just never able to capture the consistency, and that was very frustrating. And part of it was, just like the chaos of the team, not having enough reps. Not that we didn't work hard. Obviously, we scrimmed like 6 days a week for the entire year, basically. But there were just so many moments that we didn't necessarily bring our best, I think, whether it was to practice or on stage. And so we just kind of had inconsistency everywhere. Like the attitude that we brought to practice sometimes, the the coaching staff was changing constantly. The players were changing. I have to give a shout out to GE because they took very good care of us this year. And yeah, it just like sucks to not be able to give them results,
Yes, that's understandable. If you could share, what can we expect in G during coming forward, and maybe you would love to say some words to the fans.
For me.
Whoever is ready to share. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to keep my job. I don't know what the roster is going to be, so I have no idea. But I appreciate the people who did support us. I know it's very frustrating to support a team that's losing a lot, especially when it seems like there are like these moments that you can latch onto. It's like, oh, it's time for me to be like a super fan again, right? And then it's just disappointment over and over. So, I've been fans of bad sports teams, and it's not super fun, but it is what it is. I do think that, we were in a very tough group, and Pacific is very clearly the hardest region. So on that note, I do think that there is some stuff to be proud of because we did compete. Like there's only one series that we really got blown out on, which is the Nongshim series, and that was literally, I don't know. We were just dead. Like we were dead from the beginning of the day. But every other series, like I said, I really do believe that we should have won most of them. And it was just kind of the inconsistency map to map. Obviously, the other teams are very good as well, and they're doing stuff that is winning them games. But yeah, sorry, GE fans, but you guys are used to this. Hopefully next year will be better.
Thank you so much, and good luck to you guys going forward. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all from on site. Next, we'll take questions from those joining us virtually. Please use the raise hand function and we will call on you. Seeing as there's no online questions, this wraps up today's Scrum with Global Esports. We'll be back shortly with our next Scrum.